Hey everyone, it's me Gavin, and welcome back to MyXP. Today, we're going to talk about my experience with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance for the 3DS. So, a little bit of backstory here. The entire reason why I bought a 3DS was because this game was announced. I didn't know what to expect. All I knew is that I wanted to play a new Kingdom Hearts game where I could actually control Sora and Riku and also get to see it in 3D. I had no idea what to expect, and when I ended up picking up the 3DS, I remember just being like completely blown away by like how 3D looked, because I had not seen anything like that in my life before, and it was fantastic when it was lined up properly with your eyes, because otherwise you were all like googly-eyed, like, you know, I can't remember his name, but the dude from Mr. Deeds. That's what it just reminds me of, because like the image would get so like messed up if you had it on like a slightly different angle than what it should have been. But anywho, that's besides the fact. The 3D worked really well in this game, and I remember when I first picked up the game, I was like, okay, I wonder how the story's gonna be, and lo and behold, it was incredibly integral to the arc of Kingdom Hearts and where it was going, because it's actually continued right where Kingdom Hearts 2 left off, where Sora and Riku are gonna undertake the Mark of Mastery test, and man, it was awesome. Like, I just remember like seeing the opening cutscenes and everything and just being like, okay, I am in for an awesome adventure again. I really can't wait to see what happens. Sora's totally going to be like, you know, best character, and, you know, Riku's going to be awesome to play as too, but I know Sora's going to be way better, and just being completely like taken back by everything that happened in the entire story, and just how the story was like interweaved between like both characters and their journey to awaken these worlds that were slumbering. It was just like crazy engaging, and I really liked how like both of the stories kind of took place in the same areas at the same time, but they were also like differing. So it was really nice to actually get to see that, and I think that's where the whole like drop counter really played its part in making sure that you didn't ever get too far ahead on one character. And I do remember that actually that was one of the limitations with the game, that after you progress to a certain point, it was kind of like, well, you gotta start dropping with this character now and catch up with the other one that we were using. So, interesting, odd limitation, but I'm glad that it's actually in place, because it made the story that much more engaging, because you never really like got too much like foreshadowing or too much like information before it happened with both characters, and that was really, really nice in terms of like how the story was going to play out and unfold. But again, awesome story, no need mentioning the music. You already know that the music's fantastic in this game. I do remember though, like when I first played the game, not really quite understanding the whole like dropping into the worlds thing at first, and just being like, okay, this is just kind of tacked on, and I don't really like it that much, but I'll drop into these worlds rather than using like gummy ships and stuff. And it was interesting. I mean, it was a neat little mini game. Really hard for me to control for whatever reason. I just couldn't get the grasp of like the whole drop mini game until I actually replayed the game on PS4 with the re-release of this, which I believe was Kingdom Hearts 2.8 or something, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm fairly certain that's what the title is. It's over here somewheres. Actually, no, it's right in front of me. I think it was 2.8. No, that's 1. Okay, 2.5. I don't know. Anywho, I got it there somewheres. 2.8. But yeah, it was really like odd for me to get used to that initially with the 3DS, and actually the entire game itself, I found like it controlled well, but something was off, and that was another incentive for me to actually go out and pick up the Circle Pad Pro. And I had a lot of trouble tracking this down in stores where I'm from. It was just like something that was very rare, and you never really saw it around. Pretty much nobody had the Circle Pad Pro, and that was just pretty much like the second analog stick attachment that you could get for your 3DS, the original like model. And when I got that attachment and I actually started using it with Dream Drop Distance, oh my god, it was like a night and day experience. It was just like, oh, this is the way it's supposed to feel. It felt just as just as good as like any other like console release to me, and this was like the best handheld experience for Kingdom Hearts in my opinion. And again, really loved pretty much everything about the game. The only thing that I really like had minor gripes with was the whole like raising the Dream Eaters. And I know that's a common thing that a lot of people kind of are like very partial on. Just the whole like having to sit there and poke or pet the Dream Eaters and get them to like raise their stats so that way you can unlock different like stat boosts or combo boosts and everything else, or even just like different spells and everything. That was your way of incentivizing growth for your characters. You had to like go and perform team attacks with them and stuff to unlock like certain nodes, and it was just like, it was overly like complicated and unnecessary, but at the same time the whole like feeding them stuff and everything was kind of like, I really wish I didn't have to do this kind of deal, for me at least. But outside of that, the game itself was fantastic, and I really love to actually get to go and to like visit the different worlds and everything without spoiling anything, but really, really cool. Loved how the story played out. It was a fantastic game, and when I got to re-experience it again on PS4, it was just like, oh, this is perfect. This is how it's supposed to feel. It was like 60 frames a second, and everything was just like so polished. I absolutely love Dream Drop Distance, and I believe that Dream Drop Distance for me is probably the strongest title out of all of the handhelds, and I might have said that about Birth by Sleep, but actually looking back now, it really is like the strongest title for me. Even everything with like the whole like flow motion mechanics and everything, it just made battle so much more fun. Even though it did break traversal like a lot, and it made it like extremely easy to access things that were supposed to be out of reach early game. Flow motion was awesome. I absolutely love it. But yeah, man, like Dream Drop Distance, I feel like it needs more attention, it needs more love, and if you haven't gotten a chance to play this game, then I would highly recommend checking out the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 collection with Dream Drop Distance pretty much remastered in HD, 60 frames a second. Is worthwhile, more than worthwhile to go and check out. Fantastic game. And again, if you're not sure of like what happens between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3, this is that section of the story. So again, very much recommended to check that out. I would recommend playing this after playing through pretty much like Birth by Sleep and everything else prior, but right before you play Kingdom Hearts 3. I feel like this would be the point that would be like, you know, right before you get into Kingdom Hearts 3, definitely check out that game. And also check out the 0.2 final chapter prologue something or other with Aqua, because that again is something that I played before playing Kingdom Hearts 3, and it gave me a really good idea of like how Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to play out. And again, I remember playing this like demo and just being like, alright, I'm not sure why she's running so weird and everything feels kind of floaty, but it looked beautiful, and I absolutely love like a lot of the like battle animations and everything with these different spells, and it just handled really well. And I remember spending like countless hours just replaying this demo over and over and over, just trying to like see if there was anything else hidden or some kind of information about like Kingdom Hearts 3 before I got into it. But again, I would highly recommend picking up the 2.8 collection for those two like experiences, mainly Dream Drop Distance. Anyways, that's going to do it for my experience with Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS initially. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to check me out streaming RPGs mainly over on my Twitch channel, it's twitch.tv/Gavin_vengeance. Links for pretty much everything is down in the description below. Also, you can find my Twitter handle, all that crap, it's all there. Go and check me out on that, and stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be Kingdom Hearts 3, more than likely. So, be sure to check back for that one. Probably be out sometime next week. And I'm going to go into a little bit of detail with the DLC on that one as well, because I actually just recently played through that. And that was, needless to say, a very fun yet trying time, but we'll get into that next week. So, thank you guys very much again for watching. I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you in for the next one. Take care. Have a great day. See you later.